Hey guys, Trip here with a quick update. I hope you all had a great holiday, and I can't wait to get back to making some awesome videos for you guys. Now, I had a much bigger episode in the works, but I decided it wasn't quite up to par and decided to start from scratch. I don't want to release anything to you guys unless I think it's good enough, so I'm going to go back to the drawing board on that one. In the meantime, I have a couple of shorter videos in the works while I work on this bigger one, so hopefully that'll keep you entertained for now. So, without further ado, let's get to the actual video. Hey guys, Trip here, and today we're going to be talking about games that scare you. Now, I'm not talking about games that are actually intended to be scary. I'm not even talking about games like BioShock that have intentionally frightening moments. No, I'm talking about games that should be completely benign. Games that are completely innocent but for some reason have always felt a bit off to you. Today we're going to be talking about games that irrationally scare you. Games that for no discernible reason make you look over your shoulder while playing in a dark room. Or games that let your imagination run wild into dark places you didn't even know existed. Does Princess Peach give you the creeps? Do you feel like you're being watched while playing Minecraft? No matter how silly or weird, I want to know what game freaks you out. In case you're too embarrassed to tell your story, I'll tell you one of mine first. Now, don't laugh, but the original Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64 has always creeped me out a bit. For those who don't know, Super Smash Bros. Is a fighting game featuring all of Nintendo's most famous characters. Released in 1999, Smash is a fun, innocent party game, one of my favorites of all time. But beneath the saccharine spirit for which Nintendo is famous, there was always something dark about this game. At least for me. Everything about this game just felt off to me. I always felt like there was something wrong with it, something I couldn't quite understand or put into words. Now that I'm older, I think I finally figured out why this game is so unnerving. First off, there's that weird announcer guy.
Super Smash Brothers!
His voice is always so intense and excitable. Nothing he says sounds natural.
On no record!
The fact that he also voiced the Master Hand, the final boss of the game, always threw me off as well. Are they the same person? Has he been orchestrating this whole thing? Is there some sort of deeper story going on? You see how easily my mind spirals off like this. It gets even worse if you do something wrong. If you fail a challenge, his voice becomes strangely robotic and monotone as he calls you a
failure.
I'd always cringe whenever I heard that, and as a kid, I would sometimes reset the N64 just to avoid hearing it. There's a bunch of little things in this game that just seem wrong to me. The main menu, for example. Why is everything so dark and ominous? How does this fit the game's otherwise bright and upbeat theme? It just seems like an odd choice. Speaking of ill-fitting, the main menu music felt like an odd choice as well. It's quiet, calm, but also a bit erratic, with a bunch of random sound effects and an inconsistent melody. Oh, and what the hell is that dripping and knocking going on in the background? I feel like I'm in some dark sewer or basement, and there's something in there with me. Some people find the music calming, but it just confuses me. I guess that's where a lot of my fear came from as a kid. Confusion. All these small, strange decisions the developers made, the inconsistent tone, it all threw me off, spiraling my brain into dark places better left untouched. Now, before you guys make fun of me for being a baby unable to play a great game like Smash, I should note that none of this stuff actually stopped me from playing the game as a kid. It was always more like a little voice in the back of my head telling me something was just a little off, that I probably shouldn't play for too long, that I should try my best to do well to ensure nothing bad happens. But yeah, none of this stuff really bothered me all that much. At least until I beat the game for the first time. To anyone out there who's played Smash, you probably know what I'm talking about. That fucking music at the end. After you defeat the Master Hand and the universe falls apart for some reason, everything goes quiet. As a kid, I was super excited when this happened. I mean, I finally beat the game. I was expecting some happy celebration like the end of Mario 64, but no. It's just a quiet, black screen. And then this shit plays. Okay, I'll admit it might not be as scary as I remembered it, but it still manages to creep me out a little. As a little kid, this music terrified me. And I hate to admit it, but it still sort of does. Even while recording this, I did my best to avoid actually hearing it for as long as possible. I've told a lot of people about my fear of this song, and only about half of them get it. I guess we all have those weird little things that frighten us, and this is mine. Some people think this song just sounds calming, but to me it sounds like sad, twisted carnival music. My child brain couldn't possibly understand why they thought this music was fitting or necessary. Even if they wanted to set a quiet, somber tone, what possible reason was there to play this aberration of all things holy? I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but this is the main reason why this game freaked me out so much. After hearing this music, all the other things that kind of scared me took on a more significant meaning. This song was the final straw. I'd still play the game, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was just wrong with it. I always felt like if I strayed from my routine or dug too deep that I'd regret it somehow. As long as I didn't stay on the menu for too long, as long as I never made the announcer angry, as long as I always left the room whenever that creepy victory music played, I'd be safe, but even so, I could never shake the idea that there was something dark hidden inside that game. So, that's my incredibly pathetic and embarrassing story. What's yours? What game unnerves you for no particular reason? Let us know in the comments. I've asked this question before in online forums, and I always get some interesting answers, so don't worry, you won't be alone. Oh, I'll also make a post on Reddit about this, so you can discuss it over there. They have a much better comment section than YouTube does, so it may be a bit easier to start a conversation over there. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, that was just something that was on my mind.